What's going on, guys? In this video we are going to see how to find out the Laplace inverse of ln of s plus 2 over s minus 5. Here we can express this ln of s plus 2 over s minus 5 in a different way, like Laplace inverse of ln of s plus 2. When we have division, it's equivalent to subtracting each ln. So ln of s plus 2 minus ln of s minus 5. Okay, so we can express this one in a different way like this. Now here is the thing is, in this way it's hard to solve, but if you take the differential, like if you take the derivative of this one, derivative of this is what? This is 1 over s plus 2. If you take the derivative, this is going to be 1 over s plus 2. So if you take the derivative and solve this one, this is going to be much easier. So in order to get the derivative, first let's look at these properties of this Laplace. The first property of Laplace, we know that if Laplace of f of t Laplace of f of t is basically f of s. Okay, so if this is true, then Laplace of t f of t, this is also another property we learned previously. If you want to know about this, you can watch my previous videos. I have explained this. T f of t is equivalent to negative d by ds f of s. So this is the property we are going to use in order to get the derivative of this one and solve for this. In that way it will be much easier. Okay, now let's go ahead and continue. Here we want the f of t pattern. So to get that, first we know that t f of t is equivalent to, like, Laplace of t f of t is this. Then if we take the t f of t alone, this is going to be inverse Laplace of other side, right? Because t f of t alone is going to be inverse Laplace. If we take the inverse Laplace both sides, inverse Laplace and Laplace cancels each other, so t f of t becomes minus actually Laplace inverse of negative d by ds f of s. Now here we only want the f of t part. To get rid of this t in the multiplication of t, we can just divide both side by t. In that way we will get f of t is equivalent to 1 over t Laplace inverse of negative d by ds f of s. Okay, so this is a final derivation. Also we can move this negative to the front. If we move the negative to the front, this is going to be f of t is equivalent to negative 1 over t Laplace inverse of d by ds f of s. Okay, this is the one we are going to use. Let me box this one right here. Okay, now let's go ahead and continue our problem. Here we have written in a different way. We have written this one as Laplace inverse of ln of s plus 2 minus ln of s minus 5. Now instead of this pattern, we are going to substitute this equation. If we substitute this same equation into this pattern, this is going to become, first let's take the derivative. Let's show we are going to take the derivative. Laplace inverse, here I put d by ds of ln of s plus 2 minus ln of s minus 5. Okay, now we take the derivative. After we take the derivative, it's going to be in this format. If we bring this one into this format, this is going to become negative 1 over t Laplace inverse of d by ds ln of s plus 2 minus ln of s minus 5, and the derivative is for both of them, s minus 5. And that's it for this one. And if you take the derivative of ln of s plus 2 and s minus 5, that's going to turn into minus 1 over 5 Laplace inverse of derivative of ln of s plus 2 is basically 1 over s plus 2. Derivative of ln of s minus 5 is basically 1 over s minus 5. Now we can go ahead and do the Laplace transform. Whenever we have 1 over s plus 2, it's just e power at. A is s minus a, like this is in the s minus a pattern. So here we can think minus 2 gives us, so from this one we can see minus a is the actually minus 2 is the a, because if you think this one as s minus a pattern, s minus minus 2 will bring this one, right? So minus 2 is our a, so we can write this one as minus 1 over 5, that's common for both of them, and e power minus 2t. And the next one is, here we have s minus a pattern again, here a is 5, so this is going to be just e power 5t. And after that, finally, if we multiply, okay, this one is 1 over t, actually there's no 1 over 5, 1 over t, and if we multiply both of them by 1 over t, this is going to turn into minus e power negative 2t, and this is going to become plus e power 5t divided by t, and that's our final answer. And that's the Laplace inverse of ln of s plus 2 over s minus 5, and that's how we do that. I hope you guys find this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and if you are trying to learn differential equation, there are a bunch of videos in my playlist. I hope you guys watch that too. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.